All right, what's up, guys? We got a lot to cover this week, and I'm gonna go straight into it. Before I begin on what we need to cover, because this is going to be a huge week, and it's going to provide plenty of trade opportunities for you guys. But let me say this first to you guys. I am begging you, those who are in the Asian session, y'all know my Futrix Asian session. I sent out a banger of a trade. I told y'all that thing was going to hit like a slot machine. Some of y'all didn't believe it, brother. Well, yes, y'all did because you took the trade with me. So anyway, you woke up and boom, that money was huge. All right. So if you're in the Futrix or the Futures Trading Asian session specifically, we do have offer a New York session, and then we offer an Asian session. As I told you guys, we are working on a strategy because some of you guys, you're just getting off work and then you got to deal with the kids and all these different things. So a lot of you guys cannot attend the Asian session. So therefore, I am going to be formulating a private Telegram channel where I'll be sending out my alerts to you. So when I do take the trade, you can just follow along with that. And there you go. Okay. And even some trade setups may not even come during the Asian session, may come during the New York session, whatever. Whenever I find some good trades, I'll send them out to you guys via the Telegram channel. But we have to vote on it. Okay. Okay. Vote on it. So those who are members of my Asian session, this is separate from the copycat, separate from the indice copier. All that stuff is different. Okay. This is specifically for the Asian session traders who couldn't attend. We're going to be moving to a different way of doing business. So I need you guys who are enrolled in my Futrix Asian session to come to class on Tuesday night so that we can vote on it. And you guys will say, yes, we will continue with the Asian session live sessions, or we will migrate over to a signal channel specifically for you guys where I'll be sending out my alerts to you. Okay. So that's that. All right. Let's get into what's going to be very, very important for this week. You got CAD coming out with inflation numbers, and we'll get to the charts and I'll show you some nice setups. But again, keep your eye on the prize, because this market going to shake up on Wednesday. Okay. On Wednesday, it's going to be shaking. All right. So we got CAD coming out with inflation. CAD also coming out with their interest rates on Tuesday and Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday may not be the best day to trade the Canadian dollar. Okay. GBP is coming out with their inflation numbers, and then on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, they're coming out with their interest rate numbers, which, by the way, I'm glad I'm seeing this because I saw a banger of a setup. Banger, 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 banger. I seen a banger of a setup, but I guess I'm going to have to pass on it because I don't want to hold this trade going into that. So glad I'm actually doing this. Okay. JPY is coming out with inflation. The biggest one is going to be the US dollar coming out with their interest rates. Okay. So that is where the NFP numbers and the inflation numbers came. All of that was leading up to this big kahuna. What will the Feds do? The entire global market is going to have a shake, rattle, and roll on Wednesday. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get to the charts. And let me start with the very first trade that I'm already seeing as a huge banger. This is a banger of a trade. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. This was the one I wanted to. And guess what? GBP is coming out with what? Their inflation numbers and their interest rates. So this was the one. Oh my God. I was looking forward to this trade right here. Oh, geez. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. So what happens? What happens? What happens? What happens? And give me a second. Let me do something real quick. Let me switch over to this one. Yeah, I'd rather switch over to this account. All right, let's go here. All right, there we go. All right, so by the way, if you don't have the scanner, guys, you want to get the scanner because this is what happens. The market isn't open, but let me pull this over so you guys can see it. When the market is open, okay, you'll see that the scanner will send alerts, and even in your history, you can see all the trade alerts that were sent out and this and that. So the market isn't open just yet, but this is what I use to actually stay away from the charts. I wait for me to get some good alerts, and when I get the alerts, then I will actually go and check it out and see if it's worth my time or not. So for an example, this alert came out. Now the market is closed. This was the last one. AUD USD, it said there was a buy opportunity. All right. And so therefore, I will check over here and see if I like what I'm seeing. By the way, hold on, something's off. Give me a second. Oh, the market is closed, so therefore that's that. But I was like, why am I not seeing my arrow? But it's because the market's closed. Yeah, it's because the market's closed. So if the market was open, you would see the arrow, the buy arrow in place. But because this is the last one that came in right here, I'll click and it will open up to the charts. And there you go. So, you had to click the open feature. And then when you're done looking at it, just click back. But if this was open, the arrow would be there and I would see exactly why. And I'm going to just give you guys an example of this one, okay? All right, there you go. Click to open, and you can create whatever template you want, and it'll go to it. But look at this. I already see exactly why it would send out this arrow. Because see this double bottom off of support? Okay. Higher time frame is where in an uptrend. So yeah, that would have been an actual winning trade right there. So, get the scanner. Slant pattern doing a pullback, and it should pop up and retest this top area right here. So yeah, that would have been a very good trade actually. And then when you're done, click the back button and you're back on the trade, back on the charts. Okay. All right. So anyway, I wish the charts were open. Boy, that would have been a nice trade to the upside. Wow. To retest this level. Yeah, I've seen that. That's nice. All right. Let's get to the charts anyway. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So again, I'm expecting to see the support. That's why the arrow came in. But the market's closed, so it's not showing the arrow. So we have to wait for the market to open. But either way it goes, yeah, it's looking like it's going to push and retest this top right here. Okay. Let's go here to this one. This one possibly is going to do the same thing. It may come down and do a retest, but again, I wait for the arrows. But look at this arrow when it said to sell. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. That was nice. So I'm hoping that these are all pop up and retest these top levels, and then I can go for sale positions on this. The AUD has been rising along with gold. As gold is floating higher, look at gold. As gold is floating higher, see this bull run right here? So has the AUD. Why is that? Because as I've been taught, the AUD is tied to gold. The Australian dollar is tied to gold. So therefore, when the gold goes up, so does it. Okay. Now you see that gold is stalling out, and you see this is stalling out. So I'm looking for sale opportunities on the AUD this week. That's what I'm actually looking forward to. Okay. I'm looking for sale positions, but I'm hoping that it'll give a retest first. I don't want to sell it right down here. I want to wait for it to do a retest, possibly Sunday through Monday, pull back up, and then I'll tap them cheeks right then and there. Okay. All right. CAD, JPY, CAD, again, too much news coming out. I don't see anything on that one. Nothing there. This one, nothing there. Euro CAD, again, CAD is coming out with a lot of news, so I wouldn't fool with that. Nothing there. This is how you just trim your stuff down. Some of you guys, you're looking for opportunities, but you're trying to force trades. If you don't see it, don't take it. That's all it is. Don't force nothing. So this has been consolidating in this range. So I will be interested to keep my eye on this. What is the problem though? What is the problem? All right. You asked for it. I'm gonna show you the problem right here. GBP, inflation numbers, and then they're coming out with interest rates. So this is reducing the number of opportunities that I plan to look at this week, because the worst case scenario is that, hey, you just don't do a lot of trading this week. Best case scenario, you did not lose a lot of money on your accounts because of news events. See, everybody's going to the charts like, look at this beautiful setup right here. This is gorgeous. I mean, rah-ta-da. Look at this one. See, bap, couldn't break it, and then it dropped. By the way, congratulations, Terrence Crawford. You did your thing last night, bro. You did your thing. Canelo, he's a good fighter, but he was just looking for one hitter quitters. He was looking like some of y'all trade. He was looking for a home run hit. So he wasn't even jabbing. He wasn't doing nothing. He was just constantly waiting for that big boom. And Terrence Crawford was just tap, 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 here and there, here and there, here and there. And it added up. Neither one knocked each other out, but the one who kept getting them little first base hits made more points than the person who was trying to constantly go for one home run hit every single time he swung. So same thing with you guys. Stop looking for home runs every time you take a trade. Just sometimes bat, and go with small positions. Bat, hit, bing, bing, bing. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, Point is, this look like a beautiful trade setup. Oh, look there. I knew that was going to drop, but chances are it's going to pull right back up and snuggle up back in this area. And look at that 1 hour arrow. Oh, oh, baby. Oh, that looks delicious. Y'all know that looks nice. That is beautiful. Look at the last time the 1 hour arrow came in. Look at that bull run. Oh my God. Now it's on a sale. Oh, geez. So for me, to be honest with you, the GBP is the pairs that I like. Let's look at, I got to organize this. By the way, let me show you a little trick on how to organize your stuff when it's out of order. Okay, you see this? Just click on it, hold down on your left mouse and drag it. Okay, click, hold on your left mouse and drag it in alphabetical order. I like my stuff in alphabetical order. I don't like it all over the place. When I'm in my E's, I want to be in all my E's at the same time. When I'm in the USDs, I want to be in all my USDs at the same time. This is one of the first things I do when I go to a new platform. I get all my stuff organized. You know what I mean? Let me this and this. I don't need you. I don't need you. Okay. I don't need you. All right, there we go. All right, so now I'll go, all my A's are in order, my C's, my E's, my G's. All right, so now let me get back to my G pairs. So let's go back to that. And now my stuff is organized down here. Good, I'm out. All right, let's do this thing now. Let's do it. So now let's go back to my G pairs because I told you I like the setups. Okay, I like some setups. This was the all-time favorite right here. GBP AUD is my all-time favorite. I told you guys the AUD is falling, should be falling this week. And here goes this one. And I did make money on this first initial push. Look at this thing. The system, the scanner told me is a buy opportunity on GBP AUD. I took a look at how gorgeous this thing. Boom, that thing was nice. Oh, I took this trade, loved it, loved it, loved it. 60 pipperoos, but then it did a pullback, but that's fine because from the 4 hour time frame, what do I see? It's double retesting this area. What is my only hiccup, and I'm so upset about it because they have inflation and interest rates coming out on the pound or the GBP. So therefore, that I cannot take this trade until afterwards. Let's take a look at GU. Fooey, fooey, ooey, ooey, nothing there I don't like. All right, GCAP, we'd say we did like that one. NCAD, all right, NCAD should be bouncing to the upside, back to a buy position. If it comes down to touch and pushes up, we'll see. I'm not going to sell at this area. I like it to come and do a retest back up here first, somewhere in this area to reduce my risk because my stop is going to be somewhere up here, probably at 0.8. This right here, 0.82795. Okay. So if it bounces and come back up, yeah, and I'm loving it all day long, baby. All day long. Tap, 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 tap. Same thing with this. You come back up here all day long. I'm gonna pounce them cheeks. See when it comes down and retest back up here, then it just says, okay, I'm done. So when it does this slant pattern right here, I don't want to get into it because I know a pop-up will inspire it sooner or later. It's going to come, break, and come back up. So if I'm buying way, selling way down here, then this is too huge of a drawdown for me. So I just simply wait. Again, I'm not in a rush to trade this week anyway because we got that foolery coming out with the news on the U.S. dollar. So hey, that may be the trigger to push this all the way back up. So if I have to wait until Wednesday to find a good setup, I'll wait. I'll wait until after the Fed news. I'm not going to force no trades. Some of you guys, that's your problem. You have no patience. You got to trade every day, every day, every day. I ain't in no rush. Let the noise pass itself by. Okay, let the noise pass itself by. Once the noise is passed, then we done. Okay, hold on one second. I don't like this. Let me do something real quick. Hold on one second. Indicator list. Symbol changer. Get up out of there. You're too confusing. You ain't right. You ain't right, partner. You ain't right, partner. Give me a second. Symbol changer. All right. Let me bring you back on the charts and see if you acting right. Yeah, there you go. Get in order. In order. In order. All right, there you go. And then I'll save this template. Anytime you make changes to your charts, always save the template. Always save the template. It says, do you want to replace the existing template? The answer is yes. Yes. Now you can see all my stuff is organized. Okay. I don't like disorganization. I don't like having to find something when I'm in my end pairs. I want to be in all of them. Okay, it shows me quickly. I can go to all my ends. When I'm in the USD pairs, I can quickly get to them, and everything is organized. Now, do you need the symbol changer? No, you do not. You can also do this right here. Click and just drag and drop on the charts. Okay, drag and drop. See, AUD, USD, look, drag and drop. Which, by the way, I don't know why I got this on here. I don't like AUD, NTD, but look at that beautiful setup. Oh, easy, baby. Ooh, wheezy. You know me, when it does that double top right there on the higher time frame and it's struggling, man, that should look at there. Ooh, easy. Ooh, easy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it when it's like that. I love it. See, here's the retest areas, retest areas. Yeah, man. Anytime it come up in this thing, it slaps itself back down, bro. Ooh, easy. I'm just having a good time today, guys. So I'm not a fan of AUD NZD, but that's the range. Every time it comes in that range, see that range right there? Like a Range Rover. Every time it comes in that range, it drops out of there. And when it drops, it makes huge drops. Huge, huge, huge. So it looks like, to me personally, AUD NZD does not have news. The AUD, the Australian dollar, and the New Zealand dollar does not have news coming out this week. So therefore, if I was to capitalize on it, the biggest trade would probably the biggest trade would probably be AUD NZD for me. Now I'm gonna have to use a very roomier stop loss, but that's that. However, if you do not want to be trading on your own because you really don't understand all this stuff, and you're just sick and tired of trying to, you working, you don't have the time to keep your eyes on it, you didn't buy my scanner to send you alerts or whatever the case may be, and you're like, you know what, man, I want somebody else to handle it for me. That's where you go here to superezforex.com. You come over here hold your mouse over copycat trading system and see it says new copycat trading system. You click on that. Okay. And when you click on that, it's going to take you to our copycat site. And if you want to know how it works, just click on this little play button. It'll play a short little clip video to show you me taking trades over here. This is your account over here, which will receive the trades. When I close the trade out over here, it closes out over there. To set up the copier, it only takes a few minutes to do. It's very simple to set up. I even got a tutorial video in there to walk you video steps, step by step on how to set up. It's very easy to do. If you want to be part of our live trading service, well, like I told you, click right here from our main site, superezforex.com, click on live futures trading. It's going to take you over to our futures site. Okay. So if you want to be in the Asian session where you're receiving my alerts for the Asian session, then click right here to sign up for the Asian session. If you want to trade live with Ms. Jenny during the New York session where you're trading live, active with her, learning everything you need to know about the futures market, taking trades during the New York session and so forth, then you sign up here. Okay, let's go further. If you just want a trading system, you want the simplicity system, like you see right here, which you see me use every single week in my videos, then click right here. If you want to have the sexy analyst, which I also use on top of it. So yes, the simplicity system, I use it primarily for the arrows. Okay. I use it primarily for my arrows to let me know. Okay. Along with the scanner. But all the support and resistance, supply and demand zones and all that kind of stuff, that's the sexy analyst. So these two, for me, I don't trade without them. I can, to be honest with you, it's like me taking my glasses off. You wear bottle glasses and you take them off and you're still trying to drive. I literally, at this point, I can't even see the markets without the sexy analyst and the simplicity system. Without those two, I'm dead in the water. I cannot even see the markets. Very difficult for me to even trade at this point without it. But with those two, I can see everything. That's why I'm telling you, I do these videos. I can see everything. I can see everything. Okay. So again, you got the scanner right here. You got the Too Easy system right here. You got the sexy analyst, or you got the simplicity. So everything you possibly need. Oh, and I cannot forget my ocean wave. How dare I? How dare I do that? This ocean wave, and let's go to, I'm going to pull up gold for an example. Okay. Actually, let's just do USD CAD. Let me find a pair that was trending well. All right, let's go to this one. Here's where the ocean wave comes in. For those who like trading trends, The ocean wave is going to be your friend. Okay. If you like trading trends and you just want to stay in the trend, see, look at this. Look at this. And these little moves, they're not small moves. Okay. They're not small. From here to here, that was 85 pips. Okay. So I make it look small so that it doesn't, throw you off. But let's take a look at this run right here, just the most recent one. So right here, after the consolidation, when it turns blue, that's saying, hey, the market is consolidating. So it's helping you to stay out of consolidated markets. But when it does break, look at this. And this is from the 1 hour. Okay, just one pair. This is AUD Look what happened. It told you to get in right here. You stop, you're going to put it right below there. That would have been about 54 pips. See, it looks tiny because what I do is I don't have it all big, okay? Like, for an example, let's do this. See? Choppy. So you just pull it tight. You also have this dashboard down here telling you the direction of the trend. You also have this MACD setup right here, which is telling you, hey, where's market money going? Is it flowing out of the market or is it flowing into the market? Okay. So that's also available to help you. And let me go back to this pair. All right. So look at this. From here all the way up to here, where it was on last week, was 241 pips. That's one trade. And how did you know to stay in it? Because look at the wave. The wave told you to stay in it. So you may have entered here, but as it was moving up, you just move your stop loss up below each wave. As the market is waving up, you move your stop underneath the wave. And that's how you stay under it. See, just move it up the wave, underneath each wave, underneath. Now, see, when this one did this little sharp pullback and immediately popped out, I don't put my stop directly under the wave. I give it a little bit of breathing room. Sometimes, to be honest with you guys, I will wait for every two waves. So here's the first wave, here's second wave, here's third. So then where would I put my stop? Right here up underneath this one. Then you got the next 1, 2, put my stop, go backwards 2, 1, 2. Now from here, it comes under this one. Okay. See what I'm saying? To give it some breathing room. So when this one came in, my stop was still under this one. See, 2 steps back, 1, 2 steps below, like you're walking upstairs. So, okay. So therefore my stop is here. Now notice where it originally was down here, now is all the way up to here. And that's 62 pips worth of money. So when this did this pullback, I wasn't stopped out because my stop was still 2 steps behind. Okay. I'm still in profit no matter what. But then guess what? If I actually had my stop where it is now, 2 steps right here, I'm already up 125 pips on this trade. Okay. Get what I'm saying? Now you can close it out whenever you want, but that's the benefit of the ocean wave system for those who like trading trends. For an example, let me give you one more. Okay. And I just took this off, but I'm going to add it back in. Right click, go to symbols, and I'm going to go to gold. Okay. A lot of you guys like trading gold. Gold is in a tear. It's starting to slow its pace now, but again, let me show you what you could have done on gold with the ocean wave. Okay, gold is better traded on the ocean wave. If you have pairs that just they tend to trend, then get the ocean wave for it. Okay, if they are up and down, up and down, up and down, then okay, then you want to trade with the sexy analyst and simplicity. All right, but gold, look at this, and we on the 1 hour. Okay, look at this. We told you to get in right here. Told you to get in right here, and then you had that drop off right there. Okay, from here to where it dropped, that was 407 pips. Okay, it told you to get in up here, and then it went to here, that was 232. So even though these look kind of small, they're not small at all. You can always close the trade. You don't have to ride the whole thing out. It consolidated, but look at this bull run, and this is what you guys have been seeing. The market told you way back here on with the ocean wave. It told you on what is that? August 25th to get in for a buy. August 25th. You would have been up as we speak 2,635 pips. And look at what it said. It never told you to get out of there. And all you had to do is trail your stop, trail your stop, trail your stop. You'd be up 2,000 pips since last month. Not bad, huh? All right. So that's the power of the ocean wave system. So therefore, if you're on superezforex.com, you want to come right here to the ocean wave. I'm sorry, where is that? Big red ocean wave right there. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go and enjoy your day, and I'm out of here. So peace and hair grease, and I'll talk to you guys later. Now, again, if you're in my futures group, make sure you show up on Tuesday night because this will be the final vote. And if you guys vote that you want my alerts, then there will no longer be classes. You'll be added to my Telegram channel. It'll be private, and we'll go from there, and I'll just send you the alerts. Okay, totally up to you guys, but we'll see you on Tuesday.